Hello, good morning, and welcome to my YouTube channel of astrologer Anil Agarwal. Now, today we will be talking about the transit of Mars and transit of Mars, Saturn, and the nodes. Now, this is most why I am talking about this transit is that whenever the axis of Cancer, Capricorn, and Taurus, Scorpio is afflicted, then it's a time of disaster for India. Maybe India is involved in terrorism, war, or warlike situations. Now, let me read out the article. Red planet Mars, Roman god Saturn, and demon Rahu, what they have up their sleeves till July 2021. Because Mars will transit from the sign Aries to Leo till from 24th December to 26th July 2021. So this time is most important for India, especially for the war and warlike situations and terrorism and untoward happenings. I've already written so many articles, but the transit of Mars is most important because for India it is the 7th lord and the 12th lord, and it indicates what do you call planning of the foreign elements for disaster, for terrorism, or anything else. So, red planet Mars and Roman god Saturn, demon Rahu, what they have up their sleeves till July 2021. In this article, I am going to discuss the planetary positions in the year till July 2021. Specifically till Mars goes in the sign Leo, the 4th house of the foundation chart of India. I have been mentioning in all my articles that affliction to the Taurus Scorpio axis and affliction to the Cancer Capricorn axis is prone to untoward happenings in the country, especially when Venus, the Lagna lord, is also under affliction. At the moment, Mars is in the sign Pisces and will ingress in the Aries sign on the 24th December 2020. And there will be aspect of Mars, 4th aspect on the sign Cancer, the 3rd house of the India foundation chart, and Saturn 7th aspect on Cancer sign, the 3rd house of India borders, and there will be afflicting the Cancer Capricorn axis. The Jupiter and Saturn dual transit aspect on the sign Cancer activates the house of the borders and as well as the 9th house, and there is every possibility of the Pakistan and China afflicting war on India. More so, the Dasha of Moon Saturn will also be in operation till middle of July 2021. During this time frame, North Node Rahu will be in Taurus and Ketu in Scorpio over the natal Rahu and Ketu, and Rahu journey will start towards the star Rohini, which is also the most enigmatic for India especially. This time frame will be most venomous not only for India but for other countries as well, maybe for the Armenia crisis, Iran, Israel, India in a nutshell. The affliction to the Jupiter after the 21st December 2020 indicates that since the Lord of the 8th house and 11th house is under affliction, the government will have to implement some constitutional changes for the benefit of the farmers. Have a look at the foundation chart of India of the 15th August 1947 of 000001 hours. We have 5 planets in the sign Capricorn, and all these will be activated by the transit of Saturn and Jupiter aspecting the sign, the dual transit, and then Mars also aspecting this sign, and along with Saturn. This will be most crucial time. From the chart above, it is obvious that the happenings from the 24th December 2020, when after the dual transit of Saturn and Jupiter on the 3rd house, where 5 planets are placed, both Saturn and Mars will aspect this sign and create terror tensions at the border. While I was studying in Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan in the year 2010 doing my research with Shri K. N. Rao, he prepared a paper, Glimmer of Hope in Strife-Torn World, an astrological view of Shri K. N. Rao presented on the divine occasion of Shri Satguru Sivananda Murti Ji turning 82 in 2010, Warangal, Andhra Pradesh, between 1st October to 4th October 2010. As per him, no nation is safe. India, USA, Pakistan, England, Denmark, Spain, Italy, Afghanistan, Israel are some of the well-known targets of the terrorists. We have softest targets like India and hardest targets like USA, and the disaster took place on the 11th September 2001, which each and every person knows about it, when Rahu and Ketu were in the Gemini Sagittarius axis parallel to the 26th December 2019 solar eclipse. He has mentioned the following parameters to be tested, which acquire an important dimension in the immediate present and future. Star Rohini or sign Taurus affliction by malefics. In the present, Taurus is transited by Rahu, and Rahu will enter the Rohini star on the 13th February 2021, just after the lunation of the new moon chart of 12th February 2021, when the sign Capricorn will have 6 planets. Rahu will be in Taurus from the 19th September 2020 to 17th March 2022, and Rahu will be in Rohini as mentioned from the 13th February to 19th September 2021. Mars will join Taurus on the 21st February 2021 to 14th April 2020. So this time frame will be most enigmatic and venomous. The time frame will be most enigmatic and venomous for terrorism, war and warlike situation with the neighbors Pakistan and China. Hence, starting from the 24th December to 19th September 2021, most prone period for war and warlike situations. The Dasha in operation for India is Moon Saturn till the middle of July 2020. So, middle of July 2021, sorry. Needless to mention here that all untoward happening took place in India when Rahu was in Taurus, Ketu in Scorpio, and this nodal return may not be auspicious one for India till 17th March 2022. I've already mentioned in my articles that Prime Minister Modi, as per the Vedic progression chart, from the September 2020, the 2 years are most enigmatic and difficult one for for him and for the country. Now, the Blue Star operation took place on the 5th June 1984 when these combinations existed. Indira Gandhi assassination took place on the 31st October 1984 with these combinations. War with Pakistan on the 1st September 1965, and we all know that war with China took place on the 20th of October 1962. Jallianwala Bagh tragedy on the 13th April 1919. All planetary positions are parallel to the present conditions. 6th December 1992, the Babri Masjid episode when Ketu was in Taurus and Rahu in Scorpio. I have also already written an article on this. Hence, these parameters are laid down by Shri Rao, prove spot on and most venomous in the immediate future, prone to all the above happenings. Point number 2. From the time of Brahma era, India has been allotted Capricorn sign, and it has been found that the transit of Saturn in the sign Capricorn has always been a period of great but painful change in Indian history. Wars have taken place, and Saturn, when Saturn was in the sign Capricorn, I recall Saturn in Capricorn and Mars in Cancer when war took place with China on the 20th October 1962. We will have parallel positions on the 1st July. Mars will be in Cancer and Saturn will be in Capricorn retrograde, and there will be a degree wise mutual aspect at 18 degrees. At the time of China war, there was mutual aspect between Mars and Saturn. Rahu Ketu were also involved at 7 degrees. Needless to mention, here Babri Masjid episode took place when Saturn in Capricorn and Mars in Cancer retrograde. At the time of Jallianwala Bagh, Saturn was in Cancer, afflicted the sign Capricorn, and Mars was in Aries, both having aspect on each other. Saturn was also fallen then. Hence, the present transit of Saturn is not conducive to give good results and parallel positions as per the previous times. Point number 3. Conjunction of Jupiter and Venus are times for disaster. Late Hardev Sharma Trivedi made brilliant use of this time-tested principle. 1971 November, Mukti Vahini of East Pakistan and bloodshed. 19 July 1988 Tehran, 30,000 people were executed. In the immediate future, we have the conjunction of Jupiter-Venus in the lunation chart of the 12th February 2021 in the sign Capricorn, and Venus is also losing in planetary war. As per Mur Chitram also, mundane classic, it is also bloodshed. It is also termed as bloodshed. Hence, the lunation chart of the 12th February 2021 will be most enigmatic one only for India, not only for India but for the complete world for bloodshed. We have to watch the role of malefic Saturn, Rahu, Ketu and Mars individually, collectively and then in conjunction and in mutual aspect. Now in the mutual aspect, in the immediate future, we have the conjunction of Mars and Rahu in Taurus after the 21st February 2021 to 14th April 2021. Hence this time frame is most enigmatic one. Now the eclipses, the fifth point is the eclipses. The eclipses add fuel to the fire, especially the eclipses of the 14th December 2020 and the 10th June 2021 will add fuel to the fire. When the time comes, I will write more on the eclipse of the 10th June 2021. Now the sixth point is examine the effects of the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction or opposition which mitigates or even save the situation in the present save the situation. In the present context, we have the conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter in the sign Capricorn, in Capricorn till 5th April 2021 and then again from the 15th September to 21st November 21. Then Jupiter will go in Aquarius, it will become retrograde and it will fall back in Capricorn between the 15th of September to 21st November 2021. This time frame will be most prone. Now, then we have to use the Rashi Sanghata Chakra and the Nakshatra Sanghata Chakra to see the affliction as has been done by me in all my articles, and even for the eclipse of the 14th December 2020 I have used the Rashi Sanghata Chakra, and it has been found that Mars is giving affliction to 5 planets in the sign Scorpio where the eclipse has taken place. So it is not good. And then after 24th of December, Mars will also give an aspect by 8th aspect, the strongest 8th aspect on the eclipse point, and the eclipse point will also be activated at 29 degrees between 18th and 20th of February 2021. This time frame is most enigmatic. Shri K.N. Rao has also stated that whatever happens between the planets, it is all activated. The untoward happenings start, but the peak is when the Mars activates the eclipse point. So the 5 degrees, 6 degrees planetary war of Jupiter will also be activated somewhere in the middle of April 2021. So that is another point to be noted. I have used this Rashi Sanghata Chakra for the December eclipse. Then the 8th point is we have to use the Panchang, use the 5 limbs of the day together with the lunation charts and the solar ingress. To add to all this, we have to add 3 parameters. Placement of Mars in the foundation charts of the countries. The placement of Mars, then role of the 7th Lord, its Mahadasha or Antardasha, and their conjunction and aspect on the other planets. The third principle is that the world catastrophe, the transit, whenever the world catastrophe has to take place, then the transit of Saturn between Pisces and Cancer is particularly from the star of Saturn to star of Saturn. So that point is quite ahead. When Saturn goes in Pisces, then till it goes back in Cancer is a time of catastrophe. Then we have to see other things also. Now, placement of Mars in a horoscope of nations to find out the warmongering tendencies. Placement of Mars in the 3, 6, 7, 12 houses or connection with the lords shows troubling neighbors, getting involved in border clashings, or getting involved in war or suffering on account of foreign plots. Second point, this can happen also if Mars aspects these houses or conjoined with these lords. The countries who are warmongering are as follows, who can be involved in terrorism, war or warlike situation in the immediate and future as per the transit of nodes Mars and Saturn. First is Russia. It has Mars in the 7th house in the sign Pisces. Second is China. China has Mars debilitated in the 7th house in the sign Cancer and will be activated. It will be activated from 24th of December. And then when we have so many planets, 6 planets at the time of the lunation chart of the 12th February. The most prone in immediate, present and immediate future. US has Mars in the sign Gemini and is connected to the relevant houses. Most prone since the eclipse of the 14th December 2020 has taken place in the 6th house from Gemini sign allocated to US by Vrahmira, and the conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter in the 8th from Gemini. Iran has Mars in the 9th house in Pisces and connected to the relevant houses. Most prone since it is Cancer ascendant. And in the 7th house there will be conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter. Pakistan has Mars in the sign Gemini in the 3rd house. Most prone in the present and the immediate future. Afghanistan has Mars in the 9th house in Aquarius house of religion, prone to untoward happenings since Gemini ascendant. It is parallel to US. Israel has Mars in the 12th house, Sun in Taurus and Rahu over it, hence the country is prone to all above happenings. Jammu and Kashmir has Mars in the 7th house debilitated with Saturn in Cancer sign, and the Lagna is having the conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter, and then there will be 6 planets in the sign Capricorn. You can expect that will be a time of terrorism in Jammu and Kashmir, war and warlike situations. From the planetary positions, and especially Mars transit from the sign Aries to Cancer, the most prone for terrorism, war and warlike conditions from the 24th December 2020 to 21st July 2021, not only for India but for the complete world. So this is all I just wanted to share. I made a complete analysis and I've used Shri K.N. Rao's the parameters, and all these parameters are pointing out that the year 2021 is also not a good one, my dear friends. We have suffered in 2020 because of coronavirus. Now we are going to suffer because of these planetary positions. Coronavirus may also not go away in 2021, as I've already mentioned that if the vaccines that are brought, the vaccines will definitely be good after the 24th of December, but we may have to live with coronavirus for a long time. And if you compare it with the Spanish flu, then not before 6th of February 2023. So that is all I just wanted to share with you friends, and thank you for listening to me. Please subscribe my channel, and thank you again. Goodbye.